This video was sponsored by Card Kingdom. You can visit their store by using my referral link in the description below. So, Bronze Plate Boar is quite good. Twisted Embrace is pretty good. I think Thousand Face Shadow is probably better. It's not exactly a bomb, but it's, a good one-drop that has some pretty real late-game upside. And I think it is just a little better than these two very good cards. Hot Spring's pretty good too, but I think we like the Shadow more than all of them. So we'll take the Shadow. Okay, well, here's a Generous Visitor, which is really strong. In blue-green, you may not end up with a million enchantments, like if that's where we end up. But you're likely to end up with enough for this to be good. And we may not end up in blue-green at all. The Modern Age is good, but I think Generous Visitor has such a high ceiling that I'm more interested in it. Oh, so we tried to play an Invoke card earlier, and the, Draft Gods didn't let us. We could try to do it again. This pack has some nice stuff in it. When we took it in that other draft, I think it made sense. But so we've got Greater Tanuki, which is good. And the Go Shintai, which is pretty good. Spirited Companion, Virus Beetle. I guess we take the Invoke. It is the easiest one to play because green has so much fixing and stuff like the Tanuki. I think we probably take it. This pack doesn't have anything like incredible. Like Tanuki, Virus Beetle, Spirited Companion. They're good, but I think we take the Invoke. We'll see if we actually get to play this one. Okay, so here's a Rabbit Battery. It's a pretty good card to still be here. Tales of Master Sashiro is good too, but I think Rabbit Battery's even better. So I think we grab it. We could try to stay green, but Rabbit Battery's so good that that's not where I want to go. I mean, we shouldn't completely warp our draft to try to play this, I don't think. If it works out, it works out. Yeah. So we could take like a Gain Land, which is likely to help us play it a little bit. We've also got a Moon Circuit Hacker, which goes pretty well with Thousand Face Shadow and Generous Visitor. I think it's probably what we take. Not really a good green card in this pack, after all. It's going to be sad if in back-to-back drafts we just don't get to play an Invoke card. We did go 6-3 in the last one when we didn't get to play it, so it's not, the worst feeling ever. But it would have been nice to play. We'll take Preserver here. It's just great. Works well. Like, if we end up in red-green, it does modifications. We've got a Generous Visitor. It's really good. I do like Kami of Terrible Secrets and Sunblade Samurai as well, but... Oh, Fengus Shigeki's a nice pickup here. Another enchantment. Another Jukai Preserver. It's just the best card in this pack, so we're not trying that hard to make this happen. There's actually a Season of Renewal, too, though. The first copy of that is just so good in most decks. I think we actually take the Season over a second Preserver. Okay, so... we're definitely taking one of these. They're both pretty good. I like Tails a little better than Emergence. I do think Bronze Plate Boar is maybe a little better than both of them, but given what we have going on, I think we just take the really good green card. Do the same thing here. I mean, not really good, but all right. It's kind of looking good for this Invoke, unlike our last one. This Terrarium helps a little, too. Our last one, we took like 4 insane black cards to start the draft, and then we like never took another black card. It was like, great. We'll cut the blue, I guess. None of those cards are good. We're in good shape here, though. I mean, that first pack went the way you wanted to if you're going to be playing an Invoke card. We could almost be mono green, and it wouldn't be that sad, we got some good, decent non-green cards, but our green cards are definitely our best cards. And there's this pack. So Ryu's pretty good. Given where we are right now, I don't think we stretch out and try to play something like that. I think what we're looking at here, we've got an Assassin's Ink, an Okiba Reckoner Raid. We do have 2 green cards, but neither of them are great. And so I think I probably take either a black or a green. I think I probably take a black card here. And the ink is definitely better, but if we're really going to be an Invoke deck, getting double black might be a little tricky. But I think the ink is good enough to take. I mean, I do like Reckoner Raid a lot, but I think we take the ink there in the end. Okay, here's a Sky Turtle. Obviously, we're interested in such a thing. I think that's probably where we go. I do like Moon Snare Specialist and Fang of Shigeki, and this land's pretty good too. Pack one, pick one. I'd probably take this land out of this pack, incidentally. It's that, you know, removal spell that's a land is sweet. But yeah, we take Sky Turtle here, I think. Okay. So, Narika's pretty good. We're doing relatively well on enchantments. Containment Construct in the right deck's pretty good. We've also got a Master's Rebuke and a Commune with Spirits. Both are fine. I think we're looking at Noriko or Master's Rebuke here. So, I think I like the Rebuke. I mean, we need removal. Narika's good, but it's not like we have a white card yet, so... Okay. So, another Boar. Probably the best card in the pack, but we're happy to grab an Observer here. Come on, playable green cards. Keep coming our way. Okay, so here's a Tamio's Completion. It's also a safekeeping, though, and having one of those generally feels fine in this format. I think we'd probably take it. So now we're seeing things dry up on us a little bit. We've got a Specialist, but we're not especially good at using it, even if we do splash it. So maybe I just grab a Terrarium here. Yeah, I mean, all this other stuff is not especially interesting for us. I mean, yeah, right now we could pretty much be mono green. I mean, we'd probably be green-blue, splash the turtle, but probably wouldn't even play these two cards, and probably don't play Rabbit Battery either. Like this is kind of what we're looking at more realistically. I guess we have the ink. So, Rugged Highlands. That helps our mana some, but not that much. I think maybe we just grab another good green card that happens to be an enchantment. I do like the Kunai, but I think we'll grab Bearer of Memory here. We could use some more low drops, that's for sure. Well, that's a pretty late Satoru. Not really something we're interested in. I am interested in Imperial Oath, though. Splashing an Imperial Oath is pretty good. The backwater doesn't help us. Commune with Spirits is okay. Another Moon Circuit Hacker's all right, but I think Oath is just so good that I think I just grab it. All right, we'll grab another Bearer of Memory here. I mean, we do have two Terrariums, so splashing is easy. You know, here's a Grafted Growth. We may not play it unless we end up actually going with the second color, but... yeah, none of these cards are very good, I guess. I mean, this is the best one for sure. So, the two Terrariums are nice. We would definitely like some more cheap... Okay. I guess I should be thinking about those 1-mana 1/1 artifact creatures, actually, because we could use some low drops. Okay, alright, well, Gloomshrieker may officially have us commit to our second color. It is really, really good. It can't get back Invoke, unfortunately. Turtle can. Which, we could play the Turtle just for the channel effect. I mean, not just for it. We'd probably run, like, one island. And that wouldn't be too bad. We've also got a Fade into Antiquity, which is pretty good, but Gloomshrieker's great. I think it's probably what we grab here. Yeah. What? Okay, well, forget what I just said. I think we take the Reality Chip now. I mean, it's absurdly powerful. We already have one blue card. We could throw away the black and white cards, and we could be perfectly happy with the Reality Chip. Even gives us a 2-drop, you know? So I think we take the Reality Chip here. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, but... I kind of feel like... I mean, maybe we still splash Gloomshrieker. But it does feel a little like we're moving in the direction of blue. Okay, so... Gravelighter's definitely like the best card in this pack, but I think we're more interested for what we're doing with Bamboo Grove Archer and Web Spinner Cuff. This is a low enough drop that I think it's probably what we want to grab. I mean, being 1 mana cheaper, it's also an enchantment, so I think we grab the Archer there. Ooh, Tanuki. That'll make our mana even better. It's also a nice enchantment creature. Yeah. Dang. Jukai Naturalist is sweet. We just take a Roaring Earth, though, and we're pretty happy about it, frankly. I mean, it's very strong, so... Still gonna be, like, is it better for us to just go mono green? Like, it might be. I mean, the chip is good, like, all game long, so if I run, like, 2 islands or 3 islands and 13 or 14 forests, that's probably reasonable. And then we play, yeah, chip and Sky Turtle. Maybe we also play Gloomshrieker. Another Roaring Earth. They're a little awkward in multiples, sort of. But you can channel them when you draw them late, so I think we probably just grab another Roaring Earth there. We already have 1 safekeeping. I don't think we're super desperate for another one. We probably just grab a 1-drop here. So... we have a lot of good mana stuff. Ooh, I like getting a 2-drop there. Yeah, I mean, we probably end up running like 14 forests, 1 swamp, and 1 island. Something like that, because we got Tanuki and 2 terrariums. Not to mention Grafted Growth. Alright, I don't think we're playing this, but we'll grab it. Yeah, okay. This deck turned out really sweet. This turned out pretty sweet. We're actually going to get to play an Invoke card finally. I've sort of been forcing them a little harder lately because I haven't gotten to play one, So, the options. We could pretty much go mono green. But I think we're missing out if we do, frankly. I think we have enough juice. Like, we can very easily run 14 forests in this deck. And, like, 2 islands and 1 swamp. Like, that's not going to be a problem. So, did we not pick up a single gain land? I guess we didn't. You know, we didn't really need to. Yeah, so... 14 is a lot. 1 swamp. And 2 islands. We could skip black for sure. Is it worth splashing? I mean, it's incredibly strong. Is it as good as the Reality Chip plus Sky Turtle? No. But it is really good. I mean, getting back permanence from your graveyard is no joke. There is a question as to whether it's worth it when... we could probably get away with 15 forests and 2 islands. Oh, yeah, we do have the Kami Gloomshrieker combo. That's hard to say no to. Yeah, I think we probably keep things around. The question is, with 2, we have what? We have a Tanuki. We have Grafted Growth. Yeah. Unfortunately, we ended up with so few 2s, I mean 1s and 2s, that I kind of feel like I need to run the Apprentice, but it's definitely not great. Ugh. I don't know why it does that. If you just click anywhere, it's like, yes, okay, here's your deck. No. Yeah, we don't need Favor of Jukai. That's an easy cut. Let's see if there's any others of those I'm missing. Careful Cultivation's not great. It does give us like another source of green, but we're going to have enough mana that I don't think we need it. Any other easy cuts I forgot about? I mean, I guess we probably cut the Apprentice. We have 2 1-drops and 3 2-drops counting the Reality Chip. That's probably okay. One more cut. Yeah, it could just be safekeeping. I mean, it's fine, but I end up cutting it a lot still. I mean, it's like I think I like it less than most people just because it is as situational as it is, but it probably is just what we cut in a deck like this. Turn 1 Generous Visitor, turn 2 Roaring Earth. Let's do it. Yeah. All right. I think this is good. We have pretty good mana. I think our biggest problem is going to be... If we have problems, it's going to be against really aggressive decks, but hopefully, you know, by like Geothermal Kamiing or Invoke the Ancientsing, we can get back in the game against them. Yeah, more removal might have been nice, but it's honestly... It's good, sure, but it's not amazing in this format. Okay, a little bit of an awkward hand, but we do keep it. This is gonna happen. We just didn't end up with that many 1s and 2s, and so we're gonna end up with hands that are like, if we don't get a 1 or a 2, are pretty ugly, and that's kind of what this is. Like, Roaring Earth here is kind of mediocre because we don't have anything to put counters on yet. So hopefully we draw something we can put a counter on next turn. But for now, yeah, we don't get a counter. We do not get a counter. Maybe next turn we'll draw a 3. We could play the Growth, but we're also missing out on a counter there. And that just doesn't seem worth it to me right now. I mean, I could play it and then get it back to my hand with Kami. I guess that probably is what we should have done there. Okay. That is what we should have done. Alright, so we play Kami here. Because I would have gotten 3 life out of this. Probably was worth it. Not a great start. See if we can... I mean, we have some good long game stuff going on, obviously enough. Yeah, blowing up our only creature does not help me, though. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. I'm 1 shy of actually being able to cast the Tanuki, which is rough. Tails is just so bad without putting a counter, but I guess doing that is better than nothing. I at least get the clock going on this thing. Yeah, we're just gonna do it. Very awkward hand. I wonder if we need to mulligan aggressively till we have like 1s and 2s. But, I mean, our deck... It's not like our deck has no creatures in it. It's just that it didn't really... Well, they've got all vehicles, so... I guess I'm okay with that. We can play our Tanuki now. So, we can play Tanuki now. Next turn, get going with the 5/5. So, that's some action. Yeah, that's some action, too. They can crew their vehicles and stuff. Yeah, it is funny. We got all 3 colors, which was lucky, but the not drawing a 3 or anything like that was pretty unlucky. Okay. We can put a counter on both of them here. I think that's probably what we want to do. We can hold up the Sky Turtle. I mean, we could just slam the Sky Turtle. We could just attack them here and then slam the Sky Turtle, which is not a bad plan. We do still put a counter on something. I guess we'd probably put it on Sashiro's Living Legacy. I mean, This has trample, but it makes it so they're both 6 power. Yeah. Let's do that. Sure, some crewing happens here, and they kill one of them. Or both, I suppose. Yeah, no, they don't have really good blocks no matter what they do. The bad news is they did just scry, so... so that's not good for us, but... How do you block? I think they want to kill... Okay, I mean, we're down with that. Drop them to 14, and then we slam a big old turtle on the table. Grease Fang, that's annoying. So they can return vehicles and stuff now. Yeah. That is what they'll do. The good news is it can't really attack us. So yeah. And then it goes back to their hand. Okay, so... I think we probably play Grafted Growth here on one of our forests. So they can block with the Dragonfly suit, which is annoying. But I think we probably still put it on the turtle. And do we attack with everything? Probably. Then we play Bearer of Memory. A Token and Grease Fang may be blocking, Right. Yeah, I mean, it is sort of a free blocker every turn, I guess. Alright, so we kill every single one of those. Play Bearer. Bearer can give Trample, which will be useful. But yeah, Grease Fang is going to grind them out a bunch of value. Unfortunately for us. Okay. They wanted another Plains. Does that mean farewell? Weird. Wouldn't you think they'd rather have a 5-mana 4/4 Vigilance right about now? It's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. That is some aggro right there. Oh yeah, the untap makes it kind of free for them. Ooh. Hello, Gloom Shrieker. Okay, so 4, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 mana, so I can play Gloom Shrieker and Tales of Master Sashiro here. It's probably just what we want to do. I guess we put the counter on the Bearer. In this case, yeah, we'll put the counter on the Bearer. Attack with both. We'd probably crew their recovery unit and block. We know that they have a flyer in their hand, so I didn't really want to buff this alone. I think forcing the awkward block is better. Although with Grease Fang, they are just getting all these things back. So maybe just swinging in. Oh yeah, we can give it trample. Not anymore, but you're right. That was probably wise. Just going all in on the turtle and trampling. I need to kill this Grease Fang is what I need to do. Okay. Yeah, they're actually starting to beat us down pretty effectively, unfortunately for us. So they hit us for 7 here. Huh. Things are getting wacky. Oh, boy. So they can just crew that, so that's a problem. Sort of feels like going on the Menace here makes more sense, yeah. Oh boy, we're dead on the backswing. Greasefang has really dug them out of this game. Alright, I think we need to stop attacking with our turtle, sadly enough. Oh yeah, it had Vigilance. I probably should have just rumbled with both. Right, so we definitely want to kill Satoru to prevent any of that stuff from happening. Yeah... Going the trample route was probably the smart one, but we can at least make them stop attacking us at this point. Holding on to our bearer and just attacking with the trampling turtle was definitely the route, the right line. They don't have anything to get back with that recovery unit still. This is definitely the sweetest I've seen any vehicle deck in this format be, and I guess Greasefang being central to that is no big surprise. No attacks. Don't mind that. That is not really what we were hoping to see here. So, they can crew both of these, then get one back, swing at us for like 9-ish. I think we just swing with both here. I think it's our best chance. Yeah, we have several cards that could help us. I'm frustrated that I made the poor decision I did with our Bearer of Memory. I'm sure they double block here, but that means they go to 2. So, we'd be okay with it, yeah. They go to 2. Should not have done what I did. I do have the one recursive spell, which would be useful, but... So I guess they need to get a flyer and have it stick in play here or they're dead. So we might be able to win anyway. Because even if they get one of these vehicles back... it's not going to be in play anymore. So they can hit us for 6 here, but I think they're just dead on the backswing from our giant turtle. Yep. Looks like we did it. Especially with Ward, there's not much they can do here to stop the turtle. With the amount of mana they have. Yeah! Turtle got us there anyway. Good job, Turtle. Right. So we won a game where I played really poorly. That's good. Just because, you know, gets one out of the way. I haven't gotten to play with this card yet, the Inventive Iteration. It's a pretty sweet one. Alright. We may just get to Invoke on turn 5, depending on how things go here. Right now we're going Fang, Terrarium grab. It's going to be hard not to grab a Forest when we've got Invoke in our hand, but we'll see. We'll see what we decide to do. Okay. Let's play our Fang of Shigeki here. I probably... that is not good. Why does that card have to just, like, live forever? It probably makes sense here to play the Archer. Yeah. It's such an awful card to trade with, too, because our opponent very likely has other enchantments. So, like, I'd much rather kill it with the Rebuke than, like, attack into it and offer a trade that's just not going to be very good. We did get some early drops this game, unlike our last one. Yes, now it's a 3-2. Do I trade the Archer and make them have an enchantment to get it back? I don't hate it. I think we take it for now. So, I guess we'll play this Bearer of Memory and end our turn. It looked like we were going to be able to play our Invoke, but... So... I think... we do go ahead and block this now. And take 3 from the Bearer. Okay. This mana is frustrating. Alright, so... do we just grab a Forest with this? It's just gonna suck if we draw our other cards. If we grab a Forest with this. I guess we're good with any 4th land, so... yeah. So let's not grab a Forest. Let's grab... I mean, we have so many Forests. We'll grab an Island since we have 2 blue cards. Yeah. Island. Just use our Terrarium here to do that. Attack them for 5. Yeah, that's not good. The good part of it, which is... okay. You know, it's crazy, but this can sort of beat our Invoke right now. So I think we attack here and offer trades And if they let us trade, if they do trade, we probably cast Invoke. Yeah, we definitely cast Invoke if they decide to trade. If they don't trade, we probably Master's Rebuke the thing. Okay, I think we're pretty happy with that. I think Vigilance on both seems ideal. Yeah, you get your Kami back. Don't get to put a counter on anything, though. Well, guess we should have grabbed her Swamp. Still got this Master's Rebuke. I think we just swing out here. Do we want to rebuke? I mean, it's probably better to rebuke the 5/5. Although it's going to be harder for us to rebuke the 5/5 because we're not going to have our Death Toucher. But we can make one of these have enough power, I guess, is the plan here. Yeah, we could get back to Death Toucher too with Season of Renewal, so we're fine. Yeah, we'll just crack in for 8. I think we play Preserver, put a counter on one of them. You get a 5/5. Oh no. You know, we drafted one of those earlier and it didn't go super well, sadly. And now she's gonna try to beat us down? That doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right, Tomio. Okay. So, here's what we do. We Season of Renewal. We get back, I think, Fang of Shigeki for sure. And then I guess Bearer? Yeah. Then we play the Fang. Then we Master's Rebuke the 5/5. Yeah. Then we attack them. Do I attack them or... Yeah, we attack them. Forces them to block. It is real annoying how recursive that thing is, but we haven't really had a choice in the matter as to how we did things.
You cannot delay our victory.
I'm trying. I'm trying to delay your victory. Nonetheless. Ooh, that is a good draw here. Actually, it's not that great. It's definitely good, don't get me wrong, but... yeah, we're in trouble, though. Tomio is definitely going to work on making it hard for us to win this game, but we still do it. She can use her ultimate next turn, which is just great. So the thing is, they can still double block and kill it, and that is not cool. So maybe it's just better to put it on the Fang and attack with both. And then they have to block... They don't have to block both of them, but they kind of do. Yeah. Alright, so they go to 1 here. Does she use her ultimate and start drawing cards? That would be a problem, but it would also mean they're not tapping something down here. Yeah. They kind of have to tap a thing.
Such an imperfect form.
She's probably going to ultimate next turn, but I think we just have to live with it and hope we can crack in for the last damage we need to do here. Oh, man! That was going to be helpful in our quest. Okay. So, we attack them again. They have to block it. We play Bearer of Memory. So she can reanimate stuff, which is annoying. Sort of. And I guess that's probably what they're going to switch to now. Or, I mean, they could use her ultimate, but it's a little riskier than actually getting a body on the table. Like, they could get back... I mean, I guess neither of these bodies are so big that I'm super afraid of them. Trample right now. Feels like it would have been better, of course, but... Okay. Well, in that case... I think we do just want to go a little wider here, put a counter on our bearer. And attack them. Can we beat Tamiyo? They can reanimate a thing, but that means this untaps and they're dead. So what they need to do is draw a creature and reanimate something. And if they can ever do that, we're going to be in trouble. I keep saying reanimate. It's not technically reanimating. You get a token copy of a thing you exile. Or you could do that. Yeah, that's effective. Tap this down. And we whiff, finally. We've actually drawn pretty well to keep the pressure on them, but I think we may now finally have fallen behind. There's some cards that can get us out of it, especially with them at 1. Yeah, now they have her spellbook, though.
Process ignorance into intelligence.
So, wonder if I should have gone after her. I don't think so. I don't think it was a situation where that would have made a ton of sense. Okay. I mean, I guess I attack with the 5/6. They have a lot of good blocks. They're going to start +1ing again is the thing. Oh, I hate Tamiyo. Especially because she was such a disappointment for us earlier. I don't think we win if we get a black source. I mean, I guess Master's Rebuke might let us punch through, but... I could kill Tamiyo with it, but they have her spellbook now, so I'm not so sure. I could grab my black and play Gloomshrieker, but it, you know, only getting back a permanent... I can't even use Master's Rebuke. I can only get permanents, and getting back a permanent isn't that big of a help right here. I think we just play our Tanuki and pass. Sadly, I think that's our best option. It's going to be tough. I mean, oh my god. I bet they gain life here. If they gain life, yeah, we have no hope now. We already didn't have much hope. It's so sad when you draft a card earlier in the day and you go 2 and 3 in your deck with it, and then your opponent destroys you with it. It hurts. We still have 20 cards left, too. It's no joke. I mean, Sky Turtle... gives us a bit of a chance. They're going to have to start tapping down our big flyer. Okay. They do have plenty of mana. Which is a problem. Should I have channeled? Oh, I'm stupid. I think channeling to get Invoke was probably a little better. But maybe not. I mean... maybe not. Probably. I don't think it would have made much of a difference. I mean, yeah, it would have let me go a little wider, but now that they're at 5 life, I don't think it would have made a difference. Oh. Well, it wouldn't have died to that. They're still playing pretty defensively. I guess that's okay with me. Guess we'll start holding on to lands in case we draw one of our Roaring Earths, but I don't think it's going to help us. So if they just tap this and attack with everything, it's not like, well, okay, I guess they can't just let us do that. They're not quite there yet. Well, maybe they are. Maybe they are there. Yeah. So, yeah, they are there. Yep, that is lethal. Okay, well, good. I'm glad they at least killed us quickly-ish. Going after Tamio might have just been the better play. I mean, getting them down to 1 and having all the bodies we did, I just thought we'd be able to chip in for it, but we just couldn't. I don't know. I think the way things panned out, that's definitely the right choice, but what was the most probable outcome is what really matters, not the actual result, since you can only make decisions based on what's most probable. So we even had them low enough on life they couldn't pay the Phyrexian cost. So, well, we got all our mana. It's not an amazing hand, but it's okay. You know, I mean, this deck's sweet, but it does have problems in terms of its curve and stuff like that. Only 1 green source is funny. We're actually going to search up a forest with our terrarium. And a forest with that terrarium, too. Yeah. Do I just play Gloomshrieker on 3 for, like, the 2 damage and the life gain? We don't really need 2 islands, so I'm going to say goodbye to an island here. I can actually return it, right? Yeah, okay. We're actually going to get some value. Nothing amazing, but value is value, man. Give me that island back. Thank you. So the problem here is ninjutsu. If they attack me with this and I don't block, they could ninjutsu and then recast it, which would be miserable. But I kind of think we have to live with that fact. The fact that we got an island back helps sort of offset that, I guess. It is pretty funny that they gave us something to get back with our card. So I think we just take this. Yeah, no ninjutsu, so that's good. The question is whether or not I want to just play the Kami or bounce the Gloomshrieker. I think we probably just play the Kami. Swing for 2 here. Play the Kami. I mean, it would be sweet to do this, but we don't... I don't know that we gain that much, although it's likely they play another creature here at some point. Okay. Yeah, I think we return the Shrieker. Too much value. That was sort of like really roundabout ninjutsu right there. Oh, that is not good. They don't have red mana, though. So the lack of red mana is comforting. Okay, so you know we have this island, so let's play it. Let's play this Tales of Master Sashiro. We're going to attack, and then we can get back. I mean, they're going to... They might not trade, I guess. They may want to hold on to Hidetsugu. Maybe they have red in their hand. If they don't trade, we can just play Gloomshrieker and get the Kami back next turn, which is pretty sweet. We do have our 4 green now. I wonder if I could have run 1 fewer land with the 2 terrariums. I probably could have. That's something to think about. I mean, we have so many green sources, it's pretty hard for us not to end up with enough, the right sources for our Invoke, but... Yeah, we get in for 5. Take that. So if they have red mana here, this game could get interesting. They'll just start flipping stuff off the top of their library. They've got it. They've got it. It is variance-based, and they may hit nothing. But, that looks like it's what they're doing. Let's cross our fingers here that they don't hit anything. Fingers crossed. I mean, if they hit a land, they get to play it, is the upside. The downside is they don't get to do any damage. Oh, or you can just do that. Yeah, that's definitely better. That is better than the alternative. Okay, so how much mana do we have right now? 3. We have 6. I kind of feel like just playing Preserver is better. It's going to be harder for them to kill it with Hidetsugu. I could play Gloomshrieker, but I can't recast the Kami on the same turn. So yeah, I think we just do this. Do we just put a counter on it too? Maybe we do. Yeah, I kind of like that. They could, sack and scry to try to set up lethal on the Preserver, but it's tricky. Let's hope they don't have another Twisted Embrace. That's a removal spell I would have loved in this deck, obviously. We have the enchantment sub-theme. We have Gloomshrieker, or Geothermal Kami, so... We're going to get another 5/5 this turn. Why are you looking at my graveyard? I'm a little concerned about that. Do you have Junji or something? That'd be bad. Okay. Okay. Do I want to play our Terrarium here? Kind of don't think so. I think we just attack, and then in our second main phase, Gloomshrieker, get the Kami back. Probably. Depends what they kill here. They're probably going to try to flip something with Hidetsugu's ability. But with 5 toughness, it's not that easy. I mean, without also blocking for them to take these down. It's possible, I mean. But it's not that likely, They may block and scry, I guess, which increases the chances. But then you still have to try to do 5 if you block and scry. So... Feels like that's what they may do here. Yep. They're going to block, scry, try to find something that kills one of my creatures. And if they do, it's bad. The bright side is they can't play what they hit unless it's an instant. So they don't quite get... Oh, they basically get a 2-for-1 because they have a 4/4 in play. Alright, they must have hit something. Yep. So what do you kill? You kill that, huh? Okay. Definitely Gloomshrieker here. Do I get back a Preserver or the Geothermal Kami and then return the Gloomshrieker? I think we probably do the Geothermal Kami nonsense. Right? Right. You gotta do it, You have to do it. Because then we can play the Gloomshrieker again and get back our Preserver. Yeah, Preserver. Could use the Reality Chip at some point. We've actually been really lucky with that card every time we've drafted it. So I can't complain too much, because the other 2 times I had it, I just drew it like every game. So... Hasn't shown up yet. What are they thinking about doing here? 1 black mana. Scrying? I don't know. I can't imagine 1 black mana? Ah, that's spicy. Okay. So we will decline. We don't want to return the Living Legacy. The Black March. They exiled their own Gloom Shrieker. Okay, so I think we play Terrarium. Not like we have anything else we can really do. Grab another forest. Play the forest. Put a counter on Geothermal and attack them with both. Yeah. Do you trade with both? Yeah, they do. I really hope they don't have Season of Renewal. And alternatively, I wish we had our Season of Renewal. Okay. I like that a little better for us. I mean, Hidetsugu has the possibility of winning that, like, grinding out the win for them, but I think if we go have no board there, we're probably in even worse shape, given the number of cards they have, although maybe their cards don't do anything. Let's draw an Invoke off the top. We have thinned our deck a little with our 2 Terrariums. Ooh. 6, 7, 8, 9. So we don't quite have the mana. Oh, you're not into... yeah. Actually, we do have the mana. We can play it and add a counter to it. So let's attack... I imagine they're going to try to flip something with Hidetsugu. Or, yeah, trading makes a little more sense. Ooh. Oh, yeah, you can block and do it and see what you hit. Forest. Do you have something else? Okay, so let's play our Bearer. We've got 6 mana. So I think we just hold it up. Maybe we get them to, like, cast a Lethal Exploit or something without... Plus, we can bluff that we have counter magic and all kinds of nonsense, too, so... Do they have Season of Renewal? That card is so backbreaking here. Looks like they may. Where's our Season of Renewal? Of course, we don't have anything as good to get back right now as they do. Hidetsugu plus Tanuki. Not easy to beat. If that's what they get here. Not impossible. Yeah, they have it. Gross. That's gross. We need to draw really well. Can we do it? Did we trick them into using a Lethal Exploit? That'd be cool. Looked like they were looking at our Bearer. Or a Voltage Surge. Yeah, use one of those. You know, or use Hidetsugu. Do you have a Lethal Exploit or Voltage Surge in response? Ah. So we can attack here, but I just don't know that it's worth it. Because I lose this creature and chip in for 1. I think we have a better chance if we hang back. Unfortunately, and it's not a great chance. Because if we attack here... they block. Maybe they don't block. Maybe it still is our best bet to attack here. Man, maybe it is. Maybe it just is. And then we just have to hope we draw well the rest of the game. Because we get rid of Hidetsugu again, and that's not nothing. The problem is we're still staring down a 6/5. Yeah, okay. We kind of have to do it. I think staring down a 6/5 is way better than staring down Hidetsugu, so... They're probably going to cast another Season of Renewal. That would hurt so much. Yeah, 16 lands is probably where we should have been from the start. Okay, Invoke off the top. Let's do it. Okay, that's, you know... Can trade for the Tanuki. Could be worse. spinning wheel kick. Oh, no. You know, I never end up with this card. I don't know why. It's not like I don't value it highly. I do. But I don't end up with it. Yeah, alright. So we kind of have to trade for the Tanuki. Play this Preserver. Oh my god. So what do they get back? Detsugu. Okay. I guess Reality Chip gives us a narrow chance of finding our way out. Oh my god, they just comboed those together. Usually the Chapter 2 is so useless, but not in that case. Well, we can't replay that. Sky Turtle, you say? So this thing has reach, unfortunately, and it's going to be even bigger than a Sky Turtle. I can channel for nothing very good. I can bounce something, but that's not great either. I think just playing the turtle is our best bet of all the modes. Yeah. This is a different deck. It's not just base green, it's basically mono green and splashing 2 colors. Maybe they'll just like mill themselves out with Takanuma. Alright, they're gonna go for a Hidetsugu activation. Let's hope they don't hit anything good. Hit a land. Okay. So they probably just shocked me. Yeah. We had another deck in between those 2 decks, Von Ham. That wasn't green at all. But they are similar-ish. Oof. Yeah, I don't know how we're winning this one. Short of them, like, milling themselves out on accident. Seems unlikely, though. So they can just attack us with the branch here, and we have to block it, so... It's not great. Lethal Exploit. They don't have any modified creatures yet, but they can do 2 to the Preserver and then Lethal Exploit it, which is pretty much game. Shocking Me is not bad either. Yeah, neither of these dirtily blue-greenish decks that I've made, they've been fun, but neither of them have performed very well this weekend. The decks we had that performed well were like aggro decks. We still have a shot with this one, of course. Yeah, okay. So we're going to try to do this. I guess we'll just try to do this. I mean, we lose basically no matter what, but if we can kill the branch and, like... No, I guess we needed a creature for the Reality Chip to do anything, but... Yeah. Oh yeah, we knew they had the Lethal Exploit, but... Yeah, that's, not cool. Maybe I need to stop drafting these dirtily multicolor decks. Seems like I've been doing worse with them of late and better with more aggressive ones. Alright. So I do think we cut a land for a terrarium. Yes. Cut a land. And put something in. Safekeeping's not bad. Might just be where we go. Yep, I think it is. I've definitely had more success with red decks lately, that's for sure. All right, so I think this is a keeper. We have a turn 1 visitor. We're missing 1 forest for invoke. We could even grab it with a terrarium. I don't know that I will, but we'll consider it. Oh, now we don't need to. Do they have the Life of Toshiro Umezawa turn 2? No, they don't. Thank God. All right, so let's attack with our visitor. Wanderer's Intervention. Okay. We play a Terrarium. We're going to grab blue again, even though in the last game we grabbed blue and then drew a black card, or a couple games ago. But we do have 2 blue cards, so I think it makes sense. We'd also only have 1 swamp, but it's whatever. Right now, we're not really doing anything this turn. Uh-oh. Well, our opponent's not doing anything either, but they did just play a Reckoner Bankbuster. And that's going to help them out of the situation. Man, I'm going to be sad if both Sky Turtle decks this week disappoint. We even jammed in an Invoke in this thing. The main problem is our curve. I mean, it's the deck. You know, it's not just bad luck or anything. Our curve is not good. And that's basically all there is to it. Yeah, lots of low drops is a good way to go in this format, in my experience, too. People, I mean, you know, red probably is the worst color, but I think people... The difference isn't so great between the worst and best color in this format that, like, you should just not draft red ever. I think a lot of people put too much weight on that sort of thing. And red does end up being crazy open. I mean, we ended up... Our deck we did well with today was almost mono red. Yeah, we're getting outvalued here. God, if they have, like, Spell Pierce or the other counter spell here, I'm going to be so sad. But we're going to try to invoke. Oh my God, they think they have it. Okay. I guess with this coming down, Reach is appealing on at least one of them. Do we want Vigilance on the other one? Probably. I think they're about to bounce or kill one of them. Yep, we're mono green, splashing blue and black. Thanks for all the gift subs, Von Ham. Yeah, red, I mean, it's pretty obvious red's the worst color, but it's not, you know, it's like a few percentage points worse. It's not so much that you're like, you know, I don't think I'm going to play red, ever, you know? It's pretty hard to end up there. We have gotten to cast our Invoke a couple times, if nothing else. We can get it back and cast it again, and then get it back with Season of Renewal. My God. Man, I think that's what we're going to be doing. If we're allowed to untap, we're going to be happy, because we'll have safekeeping up, and we can just rumble. Season of Renewal. I mean, channel this, get back to this is going to be gross. It might allow us to outvalue their Bankbuster nonsense. Yeah, it's definitely not like blue in AFR where it was rough. Like, blue was rough in AFR. No doubt about it. Okay. So, we're going to attack with both and see what happens. Sounds good, right? Okay, so there's a hover bike, which will be tapping one of them. Four, five, six. Wonder if I should have played the Preserver in my first main phase. I'm like kind of tempted to leave up Season of Renewal and do our shenanigans, but it probably was a little better to just play the Preserver in our main phase here. So we'll play this. Do I want to make... I guess I'll make the Vigilance one a 5/6. Yeah. Although making this a 4/4 is pretty good. It can attack... Yeah, making this a 4/4 might just be better. So the annoying thing is, with the kind of removal they're going to have in blue-white, safekeeping is not really at its best here. But, yeah. So they're going to bank bust one last time. We can definitely just use it in combat, you know, when they try to trade or something, which is probably how we'll use it. Is that thing gonna rumble? Looks like it is. Oh. I guess the hover bike's rumbling. So ninjutsu is pretty likely here, unfortunately. God, am I gonna have to use my sky turtle here to... Oh yeah, you're right. The hexproof stops the enchantment removal. It's true. I wonder whether I'm gonna have to use my turtle here to bounce. Yeah, that doesn't help us at all. They just get to bounce one of these tokens and get rid of it. So it doesn't matter if I bounce the specialist. So I could give this hexproof. Do we do it? Kind of think maybe we do. Yeah. What else they got? Man, that's the second time. Well, I guess we do have our Sky Turtle, so the blue's sort of useful, but we're probably going to end up using the blue to... Probably not going to end up using the blue, so it's kind of funny. Okay. So, I think we use the Terrarium here. Put a counter on the Vigilance. So, we know they're going to play the Hover Bike and tap something. So maybe it's actually better to put the counter on the Reach creature. Yeah. Because they probably want to tap the Vigilance creature. Then we'll just leave up mana for channeling Sky Turtle, potentially casting Season of Renewal, etc. Thank you for the follow. More brains. Yeah, that's annoying. What's funny is I could Sky Turtle for, like, Tamio's, whatever that card was. Safekeeping. But I don't think that's what we wanted to do there. I think we're probably going to channel this, get back our Invoke the Ancients, and cast it again. I think that's where we're leaning here. One thing I wish is that I didn't have to do it. You know, it costs so much mana that I'll have to do it at the end of their turn. Which is kind of a bummer. Because they'll know it's coming. That's why it's a bummer, by the way. To elaborate. Alright, there's a network terminal. That is annoying. We're going to be putting Trample on our new friends, I think. Alright, so let's channel this. Get back Invoke. Let's go to combat. Attack with both of them. So we're going to be able to invoke again at some point, even after this invoke. Which is pretty sweet. I do think we go with Trample, especially if they end up blocking with their 4/4 here and we can get rid of it. Because then everything has low enough toughness. You know, blocking with the 1/1s isn't going to do enough. It's good news that this attack is a big enough problem for them, since we're just about to spit out 2 more of these tokens. So, I think I probably want to kill the Bank Buster. Oh. Well, in that case, if they want to block like that, they're worried I have a trick, I guess. If they want to block like that, I'd probably just kill as many creatures as I can, which is 2, and let them hold on to their Bank Buster. Drop them to 8 here. Then we invoke. No surprise there. Trample, trample. So we can use Season of Renewal to get back our... Oh, man. They have the reality chip, and they got theirs. So the good news is we're throwing enough at them that it might not matter. It is the kind of card that can get you out of many, many situations, though. Doesn't look like it's going to give them a bunch of value this turn, at least. But it is the type of card that gets you out of so much. Okay. Do we get Tales of Master Soshiro going? Probably. Yeah, so let's play Tails. I mean, we could put the foot on the gas pedal, but I think this is putting the foot on the gas pedal, because we can play both of these creatures. The problem is, yes, I can Season of Renewal and get stuff back, but it's going to be a while before I can channel again and then get Invoke back, you know? So, don't think that's where we want to go. So, I think this is the right thing to do. Just send them all at him again. Then we play Jukai Trainee in our second main phase. We get this trigger again next turn. Even the Trainee is like reasonably effective attacker here, but they're going to untap here, have Reality Chip ready to go. It's going to get ugly. So I really need to hope that they like hit 2 lands with their Reality Chip, because the chip can just do so much work. It's kind of ridiculous how much it can do. Okay, well, we definitely killed the Bank Buster. Interesting. That does mean they're going to have to use mana here to re-equip this. I think this block works really well for us in the end. We kill both of those, so we're happy about that. They're just worried about us doing lethal because of tricks, I guess. So yeah, we do it that way. And yeah, I think we kill Bank Buster. Now they have to equip the chip again. So that does hurt their chances a little bit of going off with it. Oh, okay. They had that in their hand. The good news is we're still kind of okay. You know, like, it's not great, don't get me wrong, but it's not... We still have enough going on here that we're in okay shape. That's pretty gross that they Brilliant Restoration, don't get me wrong. But, especially because I got the Bank Buster back. Yeah, that's the biggest problem. The other stuff doesn't bother me that much. The Bank Buster, not loving that. Okay. Which of you has Trample? You have Trample. Let's Trample. Let's think here. I think this turn I'm going to play the Bearer and then cast Season of Renewal at the end of their turn. Get our Sky Turtle and whatnot. Yeah. That Bank Buster is annoying. I think it's going to be tough to win between the Reality Chip and Brilliant Restoration. Sweet game. But I don't think it's... I think in the end it's not going to go in our way here. I guess they have a good block on Jukai Trainee. I probably shouldn't have attacked with it. We definitely want to kill the Bank Buster. I mean, they're drawing enough cards, and they can, like, change the order of cards on top of their library and stuff, so... I think they have a way to get back Brilliant Restoration. The way they're blocking, it almost feels like they do. Which is disgusting. So, we kill both of those. We kill the Bank Buster. Kill that. Lots of things are dead. We play our Bearer. And we end our turn. Epic game. Which is one of the sweet things about this format, is games like this. So they equip the chip now, and they know they have something on top they can play, most likely. That's why you equip it. That's what's sweet, you know, seeing the card on top before you equip it is sweet. So, Season of Renewal at the end of their turn. I think we get Sky Turtle. Do we get the Visitor? I don't know. That is not right. Okay. That was mean. Oh my god. This is gonna be tough. Like, our opponent's doing enough that us casting our Invoke spell 3 times might not be enough. How crazy is that? Target a creature card. Is Generous Visitor just going to be better than the Preserver? Probably not. And then we return our Sky Turtle. We actually have the mana to channel the turtle and cast our thing this turn. So that's probably what we're going to end up doing. Let's throw Sashiro's Living Legacy at them. We do have Jukai Preserver. Like, that could end up coming up here. I don't know that it would be the best move to, like, channel it. They know we have it, so I guess we're not going to get, like, a blowout or anything, but... They're about to get 2/2/4s. Like, this is bad. They have this in play, so they can copy any artifact in play. This format is wacky. What do you do here? Block with Specialist and Hoverbike? Yeah, really, it's Brilliant Restoration that made all this possible. Without that, things wouldn't have gone so well for them. All right, we will kill the Specialist and the 1/1 here. We could think about using our bounce, but I don't think we want to do that. Okay. So once again, let's cast our Invoke spell. For the third time this game. And we're going to go with Trample again. They know we have this channel, which is unfortunate for us, but... We're down to 13 cards. We're still at 20 life. Upsides. Yeah, they're probably about to go off a bit, though. You know, cash in the sphere. I mean, the only way... Our best chance, maybe, is just them milling out. I mean, we're still throwing enough at them that they can't just not do anything, but they can do a lot, so... Why not get back Season of Renewal? You know, that's definitely the sweeter thing to do, but it's also slower. They're down to 9 cards. Hey, we can get black mana now. We can get back our turtle again and... We're definitely going to get back our turtle again, and then channel it, and then, yeah, which is hilarious. So I guess we'll play the Terrarium here. Grab a Swamp. Do I use this to put a counter on something? I don't think so. I think we have Preserver ready to sort of preserve things for us, if you will. We can even attack with the Bearer here. I guess we probably do. Yeah, we'll rumble with everybody. Everybody's rumbling. Channeling this is gonna looks a little spicy here. We'll see what they do. So yeah, channeling doesn't help that much here if that's their block. I mean, they have to block the other things too, I guess. Is the thing. Or we could get in for lethal. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think we bother saving this. We can put a counter here and here, but it doesn't do anything. I mean, yeah, we still... I guess I can kill 2 things if I channel, but that's not great. I mean, I think we just go ahead and kill a Vector Glider. And get in for 4. The Bearer's ability only works on enchantments creatures, and they are not enchantment creatures. So, we just let this happen how it's going to happen. We can play both of these in our second main phase. And I think we probably do. I could also just Gloom Shrieker and then channel and then cast the thing on our turn again. That is a little faster, maybe. Oh, it can do it on itself. It just wouldn't have accomplished anything. Because they were only blocking with a 1/1. Was the trample lethal there? Is that what you're saying? Put a counter. I mean, it wasn't lethal. Yeah. So... play the Gloom Shrieker. Get back, Colossal Sky Turtle. Oh my god. So the question is, do we want to play our Preserver here? Or just leave up all the mana for getting that back and casting it again on our turn? I think we just leave the mana up, frankly. Their ability to go off with the chip is still a problem, but we're at 20 and they have 8 cards left in their deck, so it could be a bigger one. Okay. Yeah, that does shut that guy down. You play a land off the top. You play a Sunblade Samurai. Okay, I can live with those things. Farewell would be bad, but I don't think they could win in time. Even if they, right now, if they cast Farewell, they just wouldn't win in time. So, oh my god, they're attacking us. Look out. Alright, so let's channel. Get back our Invoke. Oh, man. So, we've got 9 mana here. So, do I attack here? I have the mana to channel this and play this. I guess I have the mana to just cast them both, too. That's probably just better, right? Yeah, that's just better. So let's invoke the Ancients again. How many times can we do it in one game? We'll get Trample both times. We'll play a Jukai Preserver, finally. Put a counter on one of them. And end our turn. Even if we end up going 1 and 3 with this deck, like, and lose this game will have been worth it, you know? They're down to 2 cards in their deck. They have to try to kill us. I guess I don't have Reach, so it could happen, I guess. We can almost stop attacking them. Maybe I should have gone with Reach. Reach was probably better, given the number of cards left in their deck. I kind of didn't realize they only had 2 all of a sudden. That is the second Replication Specialist. We can't really complain. We've cast this 4 times. That's the only reason we are able to keep up with the Reality Chip, is 4 castings of Invoke the Ancients. It was the best we could do. So they're down to 2 cards. Reach might have been better. We do still have enough life. Are they saying good game because they're going to kill me? No. That was one of the sweetest games ever. And that's how you know this format is amazing. If you get to cast your Invoke the Ancients 4 times, like, how many formats is that going to happen in? All right, YouTube. So we're going to finish out this draft, not on stream. Fortunately didn't have time because that last game went so incredibly long. So it's actually a few days later from my perspective here. And the deck's really sweet. It's a bummer that we're only 2-2. Hopefully we can, do better than that. I mean, this is the kind of deck where even if we don't continue to do well, the games we won were so funny and fun that, at least there was that. But this deck should probably do better than 2-2. Let's see if I can keep from, screwing it all up. The deck does have problems. I should have talked about it more when the deck was there. Mostly our curve is our problem. We have very little to play in the early game. Could have used like 3 archers in this thing, I think, to really get it there. This is such an awkward hand. So we got both our Roaring Earths and our Reality Chip. I mean, I think we end up keeping it, but man, especially on the play, it feels like maybe we need to keep it. I mean, if we draw any green creature or an island, we're in business. Oh man, it's a rough hand, especially when you're 2-2 and you just don't want things to go poorly. But it is the kind of hand where if we actually like draw stuff, it'll be good. But maybe it's not good enough. All right, we're mulliganing. Okay, I do think this is better. It's less powerful, but, we can actually cast stuff, and that matters. I probably just put the turtle back and focus on kind of curving out here. All right, Thing of Shigeki, huh? Player trainee. Let's hope this deck doesn't let us down. It's trying to, I think. I mean, we had a draft where we got to cast our Invoke spell like 4 times or whatever. Oh, that's not good. Teachings of the Kirin is not what you want to see. Ugh. Okay. We're just going to play this Roaring Earth and unfortunately end our turn. Our opponent was probably like, oh, it's going to be a 3-3. Nope! And now Teachings of the Kirin is nasty. I mean, it just gets out of hand in a hurry. It's funny, I've seen a lot of people say they don't think this card is very good, and I'm not sure what they're doing that they think that, but I have seen people say it nonetheless. Oh my god. Okay, well, we're going to Master's Rebuke the Fang here and attack them. That's the best we got. If they have Tamio's safekeeping, that's going to be annoying. They do. It doesn't blow us out or anything, at least. And then we just don't attack. But I think we probably go 2-3 now. What fun. I've been thinking about playing with this deck for several days, and here I am, not really getting to play with it. Rough. We're not completely out of this. I mean, the power we have is good, but oh my god. Okay. We really need to draw a 3rd land, and then a 4th land, and then a 5th land. So sad. So heartbreaking. Yeah, they can draw a bunch of cards with the guide bot. I mean, we're still not completely out of this, but it's quickly evaporating on us. I mean, our chances of finding a way to not lose are quickly fading. So we take 1. Really? Variance is not our friend. That first hand definitely feels like it would have been better, huh? My opponent is probably like, lol. Man, this is sad. So sad. I mean, they're not being very aggressive for somebody who's staring down 2 lands and has like a massive board of their own. Yeah, get some more value, I guess. Oh my god. Finally happened. Yeah, I think we just play the bearer here and pass. Fourth land, I think we probably play Jukai Preserver rather than the Kami. We're just not going to bounce anything with the Kami, so I don't imagine it being that great. Okay. Well, they were waiting on spinning wheel kicks, so makes sense now. There's our fourth land, but it's too late. Yeah. That was sad. If I play Geothermal Kami and return Roaring Earth, do I survive somehow? No. So, well, we got the 2 and 3 I was hoping to avoid, but at least it wasn't my own misplays that got us there. I mean, I guess maybe you could argue that the mulligan, the hand I kept, wasn't good, but that's sad. Have I mentioned that that was sad? Just because that deck was so cool. It had problems. We'll look at the deck here in a second, just because it did have problems. What's funny is in that game, we actually got one of our few early drops, but then we never drew a land. Yeah, I mean, we just don't have... We did have one Archer, but more would have been better. Yeah, I mean, that first hand... It had 2 Roaring Earths, which was really awkward, and then a Reality Chip and no blue mana, but it probably was the better hand. I mean... It's hard to say that, because the chances that we would actually draw mana in that game were pretty high, and we just didn't do it. So, you know. We had all of these terrariums, and all of our... and 14 lands left in our deck. So, finding one of those should have happened, or 2 even. But we did have the game where we got to cast Invoke the Ancients 4 times. So, it doesn't really matter what our win-loss record was. We got to do something really cool. So, yep, that'll do it for this draft video. I'll see you all in the next one.